Hey there everybody, Montgomery Collections back here with a Swiss Model 1911 bayonet. This bayonet is my favorite one in the collection. It's just overall very nicely made, and it's very nice to handle, and it's super shiny. It also only cost me $60. I think the guy wanted $90 for it originally, but he took $60 for it, and that is a pretty fantastic price for this. Now, I want to get into the history a little bit of it. The design in the 1911 is based on the Model 1889 bayonet. Those were for the Schmidt-Rubin straight pull rifles, the 7.5 millimeter. Anyway, so the 1889 had a completely straight fuller. You'll see that this has a little machined groove. And then later on they would make a modification to that, which kind of counts as another bayonet in the family. That would be the 1889-99. They called it the 89-99. And the only difference was there was a little spot weld there. And for the 1911, they would make this machined groove so that it would lock nice into the scabbard and it wouldn't fall out. The last member of the family would be the Model 1918, which would be a double-edged blade with a small fuller running down the middle. Those were originally for the K11 rifles, and later they would put them on the K31s. Interestingly enough, actually, the K11 rifles fit the 1914 Pioneer sawback bayonet, and they used some of the pommels from the sawback to make the 1918 bayonet so that it would actually fit onto that rifle. So you'll notice on the on this model 89, the 8999, 1911, they have nice short little pommels like this, and then on the Model 1918, bigger pommel, because those were for the sawback 1914s. Anyway, let's take a look at the markings here. On all Swiss bayonets, you're not going to find too many markings. You're going to find a 6-digit serial number, the maker on the right ricasso, in this case it's Waffenfabrik Neuhausen, and then you will find a little Swiss cross as the inspection mark on the inner of the cross guard there. The scabbards for the Swiss bayonets are kind of interesting because the little leather strip coming off is for the leather frog, and for some reason the Swiss decided to integrate the strap that goes through the loop. They decided to make it part of the scabbard design. So if you see a Swiss bayonet and it doesn't have this little leather piece, you don't have the whole thing. The scabbard's kind of beat up, had some kind of sticker on there. I don't know what that was from. And on the very bottom here on the ball finial, you have another Swiss cross inspection mark. Another thing that's always worth mentioning is the tapered mouth on the scabbard. Of course, that means that it only goes in one direction. And I just want to show you guys that when you put this scabbard on, that machine groove locks it into place with that little spring steel in there, and it makes a very satisfying click. And you can kind of feel it, you hear it, and that's not going anywhere. That's not coming out of the scabbard anytime soon. So that is the Swiss Model 1911. The last thing that I want to say about it is the United States was looking for a bayonet, and they decided they were going to use the Model 1889 to kind of make their bayonets. That was the model that they used to make the Krag bayonet for the Krag Jorgensen rifle, of course. So the Krag bayonet is actually based on this design, kind of. Not this particular one, but in the same family. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Montgomery Collections, and if you're really interested in bayonets, check out the rest of my channel.